Very much, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Work, welcome. It's always nice to see you. Research in advanced biofuels can lead to supply diversification and help to insulate the Pentagon's budget from oil price shocks. And particularly given the turmoil that we're seeing in the Middle East, I have supported the department's previous efforts to expand research in this area, which was of particular interest to Secretary Mavis. The University of Maine's wood biomass fuel program is on the cutting edge of these alternative fuel technologies. And indeed, just last year, the Defense Logistics Agency awarded a $3.3 million contract to the University of Maine for research on woody biomass being converted to jet fuels. I noticed, however, that there was no mention of biofuels in any of your statements. What is the status of the department's interest in continuing to pursue this research?
Senator, fuel diversity is very, very important. But I'm going to have to take that for the record and go back and see exactly what the, I'm thinking more of 18 now, FY 18, and where we are headed. As you say, Senator Mavis, Secretary Mavis, this was a very, very high priority, and I just don't have the information for you right now to tell you, but I will take it for the record and get back.
Thank you. Dr. Roper, several of my colleagues have mentioned the importance of composites, and they've brought up great examples in their state. But the best example, of course, is in the state of Maine. The University of Maine has been working with the Department of Defense for years on the development of advanced materials and composite structures that can be used in a wide variety of applications, including ballistics protections for soldiers serving in combat zones, lightweight building materials for specialized military ships and vehicles, and rapidly deployable bridges. In fact, they developed what they call the bridge in the backpack. So that it's that mobile. And just to cite one of the many success stories, a 5-year R&D effort with the Army Natick Center led to the development and the adoption of the modular ballistic protection system, which provides lightweight and rapid protection for soldiers in expeditionary base camps without the need for heavy sandbags or concrete structures to accompany them. A lead program engineer at the Natick Center noted that this technology, which has been developed by the Army and the University of Maine, has also been leveraged to protect embassies and consulates around the world. So this research has led to benefits that go even beyond the Department of Defense. The fiscal 17 omnibus appropriations bill, which, God willing, we will be sending to the President to be signed this week, and that will, all of us can give high fives on that, includes additional funds for DOD and the Army above the President's, from the previous administration's request. Could you describe for us how these funds will be used to support research on unique composite structures for ballistics protection like those developed in Maine? Or if Secretary Work, whomever it's appropriately directed to.
Senator, I'll speak to our efforts in SCO, and you're very right to highlight that composites and more generally just the area of material physics is just a rapidly changing, expanding area, and it's great that our universities and research centers are among the leading innovators and researchers in this field. We are using advanced materials like composites to try to take legacy systems, try to make them lighter or more lethal, or integrate something on them that they couldn't have carried in the past because it would be too heavy or too bulky. Expect to continue seeing work like that from SCO.
Thank you, Mr.